Do not attempt the techniques you are about to see without consulting a professional. On this episode of The Dog Whisperer.
I've tried everything to stop them from jumping on me, put my knee into their chest when they jump up on me, but they're relentless. You can almost kill them and they won't respond.
When Shadow goes into frenzy, it is an extremely frightening scenario, and I've been concerned for our safety.
I'm most worried that he's going to kill another dog or hurt one of my own kids.
When good dogs go bad, there's one man who's their best friend. Cesar Millan.
No dog is too much for me to handle. I rehabilitate dogs, I train people. I am the Dog Whisperer.
I have always loved dogs, all animals.
The very first thing I did when I met my wife was I brought her some flowers and I brought her dog a bone.
About 3 months after we got married, he really wanted a lab, and so we got Bailey.
Bailey is the consummate Labrador. He's a dog's dog. We adopted Shadow from a Malamute rescue because we really miss our old dog that had passed, Tycho.
Saw this picture of Shadow and read the description, and it said, oh, you know, great with kids, great with other dogs. And that was that. We brought him home. We've only had Shadow for 5 months, and when we first brought him home, he was a very different dog from what we have now. He was much thinner. He was in pretty bad shape. He was pretty quiet.
The aggression that Shadow started very subtly and gradually. First noticed it when we'd go out for a walk. I would notice that we'd be walking back after a great walk. He'd behave really well. And then I might get a little too close to him, maybe step on his foot, and he would all of a sudden turn back and bite my ankle. And then when I noticed a time after that was that the reactions to other dogs that he didn't like was getting progressively more extreme.
If I'm meeting a strange dog for the first time, I have no idea how he'll react. 9 times out of 10, he'll be interested, but he'll be fine. But that 10% could make him go into a crazy state, and you know, then if he can't get at the dog, he'll try to attack me. It all crescendoed. It never started out this way, but as we've gone on more walks, he would start to get more and more aggressive. Eventually, it got to where he was biting me, biting Alan. He's ripped our clothing.
When Shadow goes into frenzy, it is an extremely frightening scenario, and I've been concerned for our safety.
I'm most worried that he's going to attack and, you know, kill another dog or hurt another person or hurt one of my own kids.
Don't worry about me.
I don't want you to get hurt.
Don't worry about me.
We're pretty much at our last straw.
I feel like we're the last chance he has, and if he can't live with us, then he's not going to have much of a chance to live.
If the Aments return Shadow to a shelter, the dog will almost certainly be put to sleep. They call in Cesar Millan, who believes that seemingly hopeless cases like Shadow deserve another chance.
When we got him at the dog park from the rescue, we saw an undernourished dog, but we saw a dog with a great deal of potential.
He was very playful. When we went to go look at him, we brought our other dog and our 2 kids, and we went to the dog park to see how they interacted, and we stayed for several hours to watch them. And he looked like he was just a young, playful dog that just, you know, got along with all the other dogs in the dog park, got along with our kids, played really well with our other dog. There wasn't any warning signs that I could see. After a couple of months of walking him, he would start to get more aggressive towards other dogs. Not all dogs,
What kind of energy did he target?
The only common pattern we've noticed is that it's usually a male, not a female.
Right.
He became dominant.
He became.
Because when you met him,
right.
what you're saying is he was
wasn't-
submissive
right.
to your presence. So when you brought him home, did you just let him roam free?
Of course, because I hadn't read your book yet, Caesar. Sorry.
So
yeah.
that's how they get the idea, you know what I
Right.
mean? Obviously, in the area that you met him, he was restricted. He was told to do certain things or
Right.
to behave in a certain way. That's how you gain, or that's how you met a
Right.
submissive state. Okay, so let's meet this guy then.
You want this real quick?
In this case with Alan and Alex, you know, it felt like they were ready. Come on, Caesar, just show us what to do. We pretty much have done, you know, going, like you said, look for professional help, read good information. So we have done things, but we just don't know what is it that we're doing that we're not accomplishing what we want. See, this is what you saw when you met him, right? This playfulness thing.
Yeah,
Very
he was
nice
fine. He was a
playful
normal dog.
Really sort of, yeah, gentle
Years
but
back,
playful.
yeah, years back.
He wasn't shy around people, and he interacted fine with other dogs.
Good potential. This thing that he's doing, that's what he does to you? That's how hard he does it to you?
Yeah, just about like that.
Yeah, okay.
This tends to escalate.
Yeah.
We don't interfere
Until it gets
until
to be
it's getting
about something
really
like this.
aggressive.
Uh-huh. And how do you do it?
We say
I
off.
say, hey! And I separate them.
Right now, you just momentarily stop the excitement,
Right.
but you don't took the brain to total calm submissive.
We
You're
don't do
correct.
that.
So instead I go, hey, come here. Sit. Sit.
That's yeah. Boy, I love Alex's energy. You know, like she has the energy to deal with White Fang.
Caesar enlists the aid of a neighbor by having her wait with one of the dogs that provokes a violent reaction from Shadow.
Right there, yeah.
He also asks Alex and Alan to observe from a distance so their energy doesn't influence Shadow's behavior.
Hey. White wolf. White fawn. Hey. Right there. Stay right there, ma'am. Hey. We'd end up using, instead of the prong collar, because the prong collar was escalating the state of mind of Shadow, we end up using a very basic approach, which is the leash order when the tug and pull up so we can calm him down. Sometimes the tools that you're using might go against what you're trying to accomplish. So it's the same thing we have done in the past with pit bulls and Rottweilers and German Shepherds. This one looks a little bit more primal, more like I'm actually working with a wolf, you know? So you see a lot of more gum, you know? It sounds horrible and it looks horrible, but he's just in a dominant state, you know? So you just ride the wave, or, you know, you pretty much, this is good, this is calm submissive state. You can give affection to that state.
Even knowing that the prong collar just frustrated Shadow more and brought him to a higher level of aggression, that was huge.
So have you experienced the behavior you saw before
Yes.
with him? Okay. There you go.
Malamutes, the Huskies, the Shepherds, all those guys, they just bite and release, bite and release, bite and release. Every time you release, I got seconds over you. So the more he goes, I'll keep my leash up and just wait. I know what they're capable to do, but that doesn't intimidate me. That only prepares me.
This is very important. You know, again, he went after me a few times. You know, obviously he did it before, so we're gonna get what he shares. Brand new. That was a dominant reaction using his mouth over. Simple as that. So we gotta stay there until you see that switch, that he's no longer attacking and he now wants to relax, and that's when I grab the neck, put him in the ground, and then wait for this state. This is very important. This is what they would do among each other. Still excited. It's a very exciting thing to do for them to dominate and try to get to the target. But see, the eyes are going through. We never shown this part because we never had a dog that actually was in a dominant state biting people. We normally have frustrated cases, insecure cases, fearful cases, but not from a dominant state. This is his absolutely dominant state. If he were to go after him, he would not try to kill him, he would just try to pin him down. It can turn into aggression, don't get me wrong, but you have to understand the fine line between aggression, dominance, territorial. He wants to dominate. My friend over there, what I'm seeing from him is he's a little, is he normally that way? With the tail between the legs, or no?
No.
But it's just with him that he doesn't trust him?
Yeah, he's like, oh.
Yeah, so that could be one of the triggers why he want to go after him, because his tail is between the leg, and probably what happened before, that he didn't agree with his energy for whatever reason.
Seeing that his behavior towards other dogs that we were naturally assuming was extreme aggression, it was a big relief when Caesar showed us that that wasn't aggression, that was dominance and something that can be easily harnessed and redirected.
Right.
So a lot of times it's just not so much the correction, is to wait for the after, for the reaction that happens after the correction or blocking, you know, the brain.
Ears back, that's good. So he's already associated, that's nice. So see, this is good, the ears are back. Earlier his ears were forward. So I'm just observing any change if he does it. This is more than a bandage, you know what I mean? This is not, we're not bandaging anything, we're actually addressing the problem, you know, so, right there. There we go. See, if you notice, just because he's not projecting the energy he was projecting earlier, he still is up and he's more himself.
Right.
You can try it with the muscle, because the muscle, it blocks the bite, but you still have to address.
Right, absolutely.
When he was in the ground, he was doing it on his own. It's not, I wasn't holding the leash down or the neck down or anything like that. That was, you know, him on his own, accepting, you know, the ritual of dominance.
Right. Now, if he's at a dog park, he doesn't do the same thing, though. He doesn't...
Most of the aggression happens on the leash.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we block them from allowing them to do their natural way of being, which is...
Right.
For me, I think the biggest thing that I walked away with was understanding those situations where he seemed so out of control, especially with his aggression on a leash, understanding what was going on in his behavior, and then understanding how to diffuse that situation, how to control what was previously a completely uncontrollable situation.
The sign that I got from him when he started going to that state is that he did that. The eye, the rolling eye like that, that was that. And that's when I went and pulled up right away. That was it. That was the warning, you know, that he gave me. And so I was ready for it. Okay. So that what happened there, what I did right now is taming him to the leash with that dog. But you have to do it to all the dogs, you know, with all the dogs that he responds to. So using the muzzle gives you access to not get this response. You're still going to have the psychological part of it.
Right.
Let's put it on. It's good. So he's
To avoid any more bites, Alan put Shadow's muzzle on in preparation for a pack walk with Bailey and some neighborhood dogs.
This is ears back is really good. Notice the rest of the guys are ears forward. So the guy
Except for
was
Bailey.
an attacking state. Well, ears back, but it's excited.
Right.
His name? Take.
That was actually a relief to understand that we weren't going to have to go through 12 different prescriptions to fix the 12 different things that were wrong with his behavior, and that it all connects to an underlying root problem, and that addressing that root problem, especially the more pressing them, his aggression towards other dogs, trickles down and helps improve all the other behaviors, was a huge relief for me.
Same thing. Touch. Snap. You see how he followed? That would be tension. Now, if you were to follow him like this, no correction. But he followed with tension. So that, the touch, snap him out of him.
Caesar decides to put Shadow to the ultimate test for a dominant dog.
So he didn't like that at all.
I know, because you are telling him to go into a much more submissive position in front of dogs. You know, so at the same time you're manipulating him and showing him it doesn't matter if he doesn't agree with, you have to do it. So again, it's a very safe way of doing it because we have the muzzle on.
Right.
So this again is not to make him feel ashamed or anything. It's nothing emotional. It's just psychological. We are telling him to practice the highest level of submission because earlier he was practicing the highest level of dominance.
Right.
Then this is, there you go. We want that. There we go. We want that. Good for him to show his whole belly like that in front of his, you know, ex-targets. That's high level of submission. What we want is calm submissive state. See, what we asked the whole time was calm submissive state. What he gave us was dominant aggression state of mind. I think it's important to know that we didn't just took a state of mind. We give a better state of mind. State of mind that is going to keep him alive. I want to see you right next to both of them, you know, more than anything.
Yep.
So here is somebody who has 80% of what it takes to remove an unwanted behavior, dominant, you know, behavior, aggressive behavior, but she just didn't know how to respond properly so she can stop this nonsense behavior. Alan was a great team member because he was a great supporter to his wife, and you have to acknowledge that. Not so much tension.
As a student of Caesar's ways, Alex knows that treadmills are a great way to drain energy from high-intensity dogs. Convincing Shadow that it's a good idea is another matter.
Hey. Hey.
You got a tough wife, buddy. She can take that. Shadow touching members of the family and different parts of the body, the legs, the arms, whatever, you know, whatever, and not getting the same strategy back, make them feel that he is in control.
So initially it was going, we'd have him go about this speed, and he would do fine, and he'd start to get up here. So then I'd to discourage him from going up here, I'd raise the speed up.
Yeah.
Like this. Come on. And then this is what he's been doing over
Right.
the last week or so. Want to stop it?
There you go. See, the brain is felt that touch as a more snap out of it completely. You see what I mean? If you are in a situation where two dominant animals are exhibiting this dominant behavior, then they go into a physical touch. You will see that the one who end up winning is the one who touched the most. So that is the conversation here. Not to abuse the dog, it's just to let him know that you can also
have the capability to touch him physically.
Because if you need to just, the other one you have to go through
Right.
this whole thing. We're gonna make him more psychological than physical. So send him back to a sensitive state.
Most important thing that I learned today was how to touch Shadow appropriately and in the right timing.
The only way they can stop from touching you is if you touch him and convince it that you're the only one who can touch.
Okay.
See, the dominant one is the only one who can touch,
Okay.
right? And the submissive ones surrender to be touched only. They don't touch back.
So
that's
he's thinking that I'm submitting to him when I don't touch him back.
No, he's not thinking you're submitting to him because you stand in your grounds. You're just not touching back.
Okay.
You're only taking the
Gotcha.
touch, So he will never stop touching you because you never touch him back,
Okay.
So if you notice, he went and I touched right away. We got the best handler on the planet for this dog. As far as I'm concerned, Alex can put emotions aside and use body-mind.
So I shouldn't pay attention. We can have Dog Whisperer up there.
That's right, Dog Whisperer National Geographic Channel. This is beautiful. This is wonderful. And not because you stop it, he gets out of the treadmill. It would be a waste to kill this animal just because he has done something bad in one area. So what about if we learn or educate humans how to control that area? I think that's a better way of
So now I let him off?
keeping somebody alive.
There's no imagining that this is a quick fix or anything like that. It's not Caesar came and all of a sudden Shadow's 100% better and we're off in a whole new world. That's not it at all. It's a matter of, a lot of hard work ahead of us and a lot of homework and just trying to take it baby steps, bit by bit, and seeing progress.
This is the only family that can put up with you, buddy.
I'm telling you. You don't know how
This
many
family
people
and
do this.
my family, that's it. I don't see anybody else around America that would do that.
Oh, but he's a sweet
Oh,
dog.
he is. Well, thank you for staying up. I appreciate you.
Thank you for
Thank you
everything.
very much, ma'am. Thank you.
very much for coming. No dog is going to outsmart me. It's just that's all there is to it. I'm a competitive person anyway. I'm going to win.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for the shirt.
That's probably why I'm not afraid of him, because I know I'm
That's
gonna
not the
win.
same thing as outsmarting him, though.
No, but it is.
He's not going to out.
He's not going to outwill me, but he's not going to outsmart me either, because I'm smarter than a dog.
Yeah, but it's a matter of translating it into
You're going
the
to tell
right
me on
behavior.
national TV that I'm not smarter than a dog? That
We're
would be
still-
unwise.
We're not still rolling, are we?
Caesar says that no dog is too much for him to handle, but is he finally about to meet his match? The Happy Dog isn't just the name of Susie Gotzi's dog walking service. It's the apt description of her current life.
I started meeting people who were actually dog walkers, and I said, you can make a living doing this? So I was like, wow, that's pretty far out. So what I do every day is I go out in the morning and I start picking up dogs from different houses. Most of the dogs that I walk are actually quite fabulous. They're very nice and easygoing.
Susie's happy days can quickly turn sour thanks to golden retrievers Riley and Jake.
I've tried everything to stop them from jumping on me. And it's not that they're aggressive, they just love to jump. These are two dogs that I don't know how to stop them. I've tried all kinds of different things to stop them. Put my knee into their chest when they jump up on me, but you can almost kill them and they won't respond. I've actually put them on the ground and held them on the ground until they relaxed, and once I let go, whoop, up they jump again. They're relentless.
2 big bouncing dogs and 3 children are a combustible combination. So Riley and Jake have been quarantined in the backyard by their owners, the Shields.
I feel like we've missed part of their life because they're just outside all the time and they're not inside with you. And I feel, I regret that.
Before giving up Jake and Riley as clients, Susie makes one last try to gain control.
No hasn't really been in my vocabulary, and sometimes that may be a problem. Let's go. Are you ready? I guess you are.
No isn't in Caesar's vocabulary either, but he's never had a challenge quite like these 2 Goldens.
I'll follow you.
Okay.
See the behavior.
Okay. And that's them.
Both of them super hyperactive cases. They were touching us physically with no problems. Obviously, they have learned not to be polite with human because human has not asked for space. All right, so watch this. You grab, you set. Yeah, don't keep holding the leash. Touching the neck at this point won't work. They're too excited over here. So notice that they're focusing. Right, they're not high. Come on. No, that's a push.
Okay.
You don't want to push.
Okay.
You want to watch this.
Okay.
Right there. So settle.
Okay.
Look how he lowers his
Yeah.
whole head.
Right.
So snaps him out of it. Like totally calms him down.
Right. Okay.
You feel the energy? You feel
Yes.
the switch?
Yes.
It's not about kicking.
Right.
It's not about pushing. It's about,
Snapping them out.
that's it.
Right.
But you touch with the body, but the energy was getting lower and lower and lower.
Right.
So let's do the door again.
All right, so they come in. See the spaces? Definitely gravitating to you because you're not claiming yet. See how much space they're giving?
Yes.
You stay over here to
Okay.
see the reaction that I'm already creating for their memory. This is more calm, submissive energy.
Yes.
So that this becomes the role model to the other one. The other one is more excited, submissive. See how he enters. This is the way they're supposed to come in when you come in.
Right. Okay.
See that? So you know what I'm suggesting is you grab the leash like you were doing it, but not push it down. Just grab it, and
touch.
yeah, and put yourself in a position. You know, when you ride a horse, you touch here. That's communication for the horse. It tells him, you know, what is it that you want for.
Right.
Yeah. So, right here, there you go.
Okay.
From 0 to 10, what do you think they are?
4.
Yeah. You can't put the leash because then you're telling them, okay, if you get a 4, I'm going to put the leash on it.
Okay.
So you're still rewarding excitement.
Okay.
Now, observation. These walls become a leash.
Yes.
Will become a tool for you.
Yeah.
It's a help. And this is submission. So if this one didn't work, and then you have to move in.
Yes.
That's a big relief.
Yeah.
Breathing. We're gonna wait a little bit more. We want more than this.
Okay.
So that we already got them from 10 to level 1, 2.
Yes.
So it's just a matter of time for them to total surrender, and then we put the leash on them.
Okay.
Very good. That's, you gotta just send them back. There you go. Very good. So it's easier to give up, you know, than it is to stay here for the benefit of their state of
State
mind.
of mind. Yes. Well, yes, and I did give up too soon. Usually.
Daddy, come on.
Next, Caesar calls for backup in the form of Daddy to show Sandy Shields and her children how they can help manage the dog's behavior.
They're gonna hurt somebody with
Just being
wiggle.
wild.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
Now, the more excitement, the more things are going on. Again, this is not we're not doing this to discipline them. We're just doing this to relax them.
Right.
You want to do it with him so you see how it looks like? There you go. Look. See, that's how it's supposed to look like. See it? And this guy needs a lot of activities where he learns to relax.
Right.
So move in. No, you move away. Come here, sweetie pie. Look. Come in, guys.
See it? So she doesn't move away, you don't move away. They move away. They have to be gentle. They learn to control you by pushing you away. Sorry, sweetie pie. But I just want to help you. Okay? I know you don't know me, but I'm a good guy, I promise. Forward, sweetie. He's very gentle with her. Naturally, see it?
Mm-hmm.
He's much better with her than he is with us.
Right.
It's magic right there. They have not relaxed for 5 seconds.
No.
After spending more than an hour trying to calm down these two hyperactive Goldens, Caesar finds his own energy is drained.
Both of them super hyperactive to the point that they can actually drive you crazy.
Sometimes I felt like I could almost strangle him.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It's like, so when did you stop?
Just that I then get frustrated.
After such a long time in the backyard, in a way, I absorbed their energy, and so I was not able to help them anymore because I was them.
Let's go for a walk.
Okay. You want me to walk ahead?
Yeah.
Okay.
That gets them more excited.
All right, okay.
It takes a lot of willpower, it takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of getting rid of, I have to be fast, I have to be a certain time. It was a very challenging day because you have to block yourself from running away or you say, oh, giving up. They're giving you bad energy. They're not giving you a gentle energy. Your own animal will tell you, get out of there. It's a bad energy. And so at one point in the walk, I said, I'm just not gonna touch the leash. That wasn't working anymore. So I just have to right away go into survival mode and put it in a different place. Really, he was winning the battle.
This guy's testing me. What's going on? I can't touch with the hands anymore because I was getting a little annoying. I was getting annoying about this.
I was overwhelmed. It was overwhelmed. I'd rather be with 300 aggressive dogs coming after me than one, super hyperactive case.
I have to meditate. Really. Right by 9 years, glass of wine. This guy. Or Prozac or Xanax.
Breathe, relax, detach, because so if I was feeling annoying about his energy, I can imagine how he feels about being in that state of mind. That was actually the motivation. This is actually what blocked me from giving up. I know for a fact the animals don't live in that state of mind, and that is not happiness, and that is not a fun thing to be in. I have to breathe many times. I have to constantly remember that I'm not here for me, I'm here for him. And it doesn't have to be in my time. It's gonna be in his time.
So I'm having his brother in front because his brother has a much better energy. And that's why I want him to be the role model of this guy. There we go, he's doing better. See it? He's not pulling anymore. Of course, I gave him some correction. The more he stays in the back, the better. That slows him down. Much better. Which one is better?
This one.
That's right. Right. Nice. Now, wait. Let me tell you why it's not working. Just keep it right there. Don't move them.
Okay.
Once you touch. You have to.
Show them where.
Yes.
Where you want them to be.
Yes.
Right.
So I'm gonna be in front, just to see that they're not gonna pass. Yeah. I'm not holding the leash.
Right.
But I am holding a position.
Right.
I'm in shock.
You wanna try it?
Stop.
Come on, let's do it.
Okay.
Just relax. It's like a purse. Just grab like a purse. Watch this. Let me show you. So you hold the leash and just go. So the communication is energy, body language. It's not really sound.
Right.
They have to learn to follow your energy and your body language.
Is that how you got them to calm down so much?
Yeah.
Just by doing that?
Your daughter has the best energy, by the way.
Does she?
Yeah. He was absolutely gentle with your daughter. Very gentle.
I have noticed that. They haven't jumped on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Just move. When you move assertively. It's about calm, assertive, not just calm.
Okay.
Yes.
Caesar was teaching me how to become in a balanced state, to relax, and how that will convey to my dogs.
House will be
I just see them becoming part of our family, you know, which they should be now.
Next, Susie asks for help with a Labrador that doesn't play well with others. Norton, a black lab, was born to retrieve. He just doesn't know when to quit. An off-leash park is the perfect place for Junior, Caesar's new pit bull puppy, to have some fun. While the other dogs dig, romp, and sniff, Norton only has eyes for a tennis ball.
Oh, yeah, I just want to see.
So now he'll bark. He'll bark and bark for that ball.
Okay. So the problem is not that he gets the ball. The problem is that he jumps for the people with the chuck.
Yes, exactly.
Someone threw the ball when he was looking at the ball. Then he learned just to pay attention to the ball and not to your eye contact.
Yeah.
You're nurturing an obsession. His drug is the ball and he has no limits. He can hurt people. I mean, he's so fast, so tall, so powerful that can knock somebody down. Like, it can break your leg, you know, not from a bite, from a hit. So I want to bring back common sense, nose, eyes, ears, a more calm dog. You have to give me eye contact and you have to be calm before I throw the ball.
Hey.
I mean, when he does that to somebody, they get scared.
Of course.
And by the time I run there, you know, he's already barked at them and done all this
And
stuff.
took the ball away from them.
Yeah, most likely.
Those are the things that we're doing. See it? We're doing what people normally would do.
Yeah.
So you have to learn that when people are in that state, that's not necessarily they're going to throw the ball.
Right.
So we have to teach that first before he can actually learn that from other people.
Right.
This is good state of mind, but I'm making him work a little longer.
Yeah.
Caesar breaks Norton's obsession by calmly waiting for the behavior he wants. Once Norton calmly makes eye contact with Caesar instead of the ball, the dog gets his reward.
That's good eye contact. That's perfect.
Well, you throw the ball when the dog is in a better state of mind, because that is a challenge.
It's just a typical retriever. Hey. Now can you try it?
Can Susie learn to have the same amount of patience?
Now move with it, like walk with it. When he's doing that, don't look at him. Just look somewhere.
outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, see that? I gotta touch. There we go.
I always mention that when a dog is unstable at the dog park, many of the dogs will come and try to settle him down because they don't agree with instability.
Where you touched, the intensity was good.
Okay.
That's what he, boom.
Physical touch is a very delicate thing to talk about it or to show, because a lot of times people feel that a physical touch is actually hurting the animal. The good thing is we saw other dogs doing physical touch on a dog.
Hey. See that? I gotta touch. There we go. You saw the switch real fast.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, righty.
Right.
You know? See it?
Yeah. I'm not touching that thing.
That's right.
So now if he was to actually look in your eyes in this state of mind for a while,
Then I throw
then
it.
you throw the ball.
Well, see, right now I'm taking advantage of what you just created and tempting him a little bit more.
Right.
Hey. That's the perfect time when you do the things that you don't want him to
React
do.
to.
Hey. Yeah. So you're taking advantage. So what you're seeing here is how long did that touch lasted in his brain.
Yes. Yes.
See, this one
Yeah.
is trying to control his energy.
Right.
Norton was the center of instability. He was making other dogs around uncomfortable. There you go. Cool. See it touch? They touch. So I utilized the guys that I don't even know, knowing that they're not coming with an aggressive, dominant territorial state. They were just trying to calm this dog down. So there's a lot of dogs that will protect humans from an unstable dog. So this black Labrador was actually doing that for us.
Cesar made it very clear that behavior of obsession comes from the dog focuses on the ball, but it should be about the handler, and the handler determining when the ball gets thrown and not the dog.
There you go. And repetitions of this will let him know this is the only way. Right now, I'm exhausted. I feel like I went from here to Mexico and came back. I'm not gonna question God why he sent me the challenge. I'm just gonna thank him for it.
What a gift to actually be around Cesar for a whole day, and what an opportunity for me to now see that it's not just about one person doing it all. If we can all step up and do more, then what can we create on this planet? Fabulous.
Good pack leaders know the importance of patience. Mother Nature runs on her own timetable, so you can't rush rehabilitating a dog. Alex reports that she now walks Shadow without a muzzle, and Alex can prevent Shadow from escalating into aggression almost every time. Then they call me and say, you know, we still have some trouble with Shadow on the treadmill. So I decided to go back to San Francisco and give him another lesson on the treadmill using a different approach. And she's doing great.
You stay.
Susie, the dog walker, now waits until Norton is in a calm, submissive state before she throws the ball. Patience is paying off with the jumping Goldens as well.
3 weeks ago, I thought it would be an impossibility to have these dogs actually walk next to me on leashes without pulling me all over the place, or picking them up without getting mobbed. I would have never thought that this was possible. It's just amazing. Thank you so, so much. I am so grateful.
Keep up the good work, Susie. Remember, calm, assertive energy goes hand in hand with patience. If you can master that, you are well on your way to being a pack leader.